Yo, yo, what is a SoMa Street Fair? SoMa fucking Street Fair. I say so, you say ma. So. I say street fair, you say cultural appropriation. Street fair. Street fair. No. It was warmer. It was hot today. You know, we were sitting out here, we're a little baking a little bit. And now it's nipply. But I guess it's like, you know, living in San Francisco, you subject yourself to the microclimates, to the cold pressed juices, to getting priced out of your homes. It's whatever, you know? It's living here. It's incredible to be here at the SoMa Street Fair. If you guys haven't seen Selling for Sale, you guys could own Smoking Warehouse Barbecue Mobile. You guys could own that. Best offer. You guys, it was yesterday, stock market plummeted 600 points. Direct result, you know, getting out of the game, you know. You can only tap it out. Smoking Warehouse Barbecue Mobile. I'd like to think that there's a story behind it, you know. There's a story behind everything, behind our hands, behind our eyes. The warehouse was smoking, so the barbecue went mobile, you guys. And now they're bringing it to you. They're bringing it to you. It's, I guess you guys have seen so much comedy today, right? You guys are just like, laughed out maybe a little heavy-handed with the comedy. I'm bringing to you guys today an investment deal of sorts, if you guys can even imagine it. You know, what up with the comedy? I think you guys, if you guys hear this, you guys heard it from me first. I think we're going to crowdsource this right here. We're going to pass around a hat, throw in whatever you feel is right. Because my investment opportunity is cake pops. I saw the lights over your head. You guys were like, oh my God, cake pops, desserts sell. Exactly. It's definitely there. It's there, you know? And I have this vision for an incredible little cake pop shop. You're gonna walk inside and it's just gonna be everything white, like white floors, white walls, white employees. And you're gonna step up to this little tiny glass case, and inside there's gonna be a wood block with like holes drilled into it for little cake pops to stick out of. And I'm thinking birch. No oak. Walnut, you guys. See where we're getting ideas going between all of us. This is what's important. Anybody involved yet? You know, I look in this audience and I see faces. I see names. I see student loan debt. And I'm thinking that everyone here is going to be able to support this dream. This is going to be great. Thank you. Thank you all. I guess, how are you, ma'am? Great. Oh my God, like, small talk. Like, let's talk about fucking galaxies and shit. Like, let's get, like, down, you know, like, feeling alive. I think, like, you know, I'm constantly being in this performance zone, this little 2 feet by 4 feet performance zone. It really, like, captures something. I'm trying to capture the truth, you know? I'm up here looking. And I guess that's why I don't really sleep. You know, if you guys can feel it. You know when you go to sleep and then you forget certain things? You'll go to sleep and then you'll forget. You'll wake up in the morning, you forgot to file your taxes or whatever. You know, you forget certain things. It's like, not unlike myself, I like wake up in the morning and I just start making some pancakes until I'm like, oh crap, I don't even have custody of the kids. You know, and then I gotta put the Bisquick back, realize the mistakes I've made. And that's one of those things, you know? You're feeling it. You're feeling it tonight. I think it's incredible. You know, as a society tells us that it's like we're looking for attractive. You know, we idolize the attractive in people. We idolize pretty people. You know, we trust like Channing Tatum with our dog. You know, just like watch him for the weekend, Channing. But on an individual level, I can look at all of you. On an individual level, we keep ugly people close to us because they boost our self-esteem. And it's like there, you know, right there, we're going against society. We're going against society, what society's telling us to do. So like, revolution's near, you guys. Like, we're going up. You guys are feeling it. You guys are feeling it. This is fun performing outside. I can see the city. I can see the lights. I can see the Costco. I can see the landscape of this beautiful city, much like the landscape of this audience. You know, there's people over here who are like, huh? And there's people over here who are just completely tuned out. And then there are people over here. You know, there's just a beautiful landscape to this audience tonight. And I love, there's a beauty. Thank you guys. But I guess I gotta say thank you guys for subscribing, you know? Honestly, ever since starting my YouTube channel, it's just been like crazy, you know, dealing with the fame, basically. I'm actually vlogging this right now. It's going directly to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. You guys are incredible people. You guys are, you know, I guess what it's interesting to say is like, getting invited over to Netflix and chill, you know? Hello? We're back on! Oh my goodness.
It's off again! You guys, see, this is it! Your fault, it worked before!
Oh, look at that.
Hello? Hello? It's back on. You guys, that's it. It's back on. Hello? Tough. You guys, performance isn't real. You know, but neither is entertainment.
Is it off again? Why is it off? It just blinks. What am I doing? John, you broke it. It just sort of blinks a lot. I have hands that were built for steam and milk. Are you giving me the 2-minute line now? What? You know, my hands were built for steam and milk. You know, it was actually an interesting story. I was a violin prodigy growing up. And then when I was going in to get my first job, I went into a coffee shop. And they're like, what made you consider a career in coffee? And it was at this moment. It was at this moment that I decided that I was like, I gotta take coffee more seriously. So it's like I gave it up. I'm now a coffee person for life. You know, sometimes I'll prop the mug under my hand, under my chin, and I'll do the way, the motions. It's the beautiful. I have made latte art that has made people cry. You know, like that's where the beauty comes from. Now we're starting to sell beans that are unroasted, you guys. Unroasted beans. And people will come up to the counter and be like, how do I roast beans as good as you? And it's really difficult, like, what do I say? What do I say? You know, it's gonna be a lifelong path to learning to roast good beans, you know. First, you gotta find yourself good beans. Harvest them from Guatemala. They gotta be doing 6 months at least.
You're interrupting my oh, it works. You know, I don't know if you guys were paying attention at all. It's about good beans. You gotta find good coffee beans from Guatemala. Maybe they did 6 months of charity work. Good beans, you know. locate yourself a roasting device. Some people use an oven. You know, I'm actually petitioning the European Union to let me convert Auschwitz into a roasting facility. Sort of like, they rejected my proposition to turn it into a bike shop, but who knows, you know, fixies are getting in. You guys, I've made $1 from this set, and I have yelled, and I have cried. You know, this is the performance of a lifetime, really. You guys have been beautiful. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Have a great evening.
John Gamora, you didn't deserve that, but guess what? You handled it like a real champ. John Gamora, everybody, come on. That was delightful. That guy, I like him a lot. I met him tonight. I like him a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, guess who I didn't meet tonight? Guess who I met when I first started comedy? And I was an old man and he was a young man. And yet he showed me the ropes in a weird way. It was a weird cross the ropes kind of a. He was like a coach and I was like a boxer, but he was the boxer and I was the coach. And we jerked each other. We didn't do anything sexual at all. Ladies and gentlemen, very funny. From Seattle, lives in New York City. Please give a warm round of applause for my good friend Yogi Paliwal.
Thank you very much. Give yourselves a round of applause for sticking around. I appreciate it. Also, let's give a round of applause for the cameraman, genuinely working harder than everybody that's been here. We don't need to immortalize this, man. You can sit down. Get a beer. Take a moment. You're all right, buddy. I love you. He's been working harder than everybody in this room / area. This isn't a room. Let's be honest with ourselves. We know what's going on here. Like Tom mentioned, I'm from Seattle. I live in New York now. I used to have a beard. I had a beard for around 7 years, and now I don't. People would look at me and be like, that guy looks like he listens to ZZ Top and loves eating pussy. It was great. And now I look like a guy that listens to ABBA, and I've tried pussy, but I'm on the fence about it. It's okay. It's not that cool. I made the camera guy smirk, and you know what? That's better than most comics that went up tonight, all right? Better than most. Let's get a little serious right now, guys. I don't like ethnic comedians that do an accent to sell out their race, so I'm not going to do that. So if you're expecting that, sorry. What we will do are great jokes that were handwritten by me that are original. So let's do that, guys. If somebody in your life doesn't understand white privilege, explain to them the story of Goldilocks, and then remind them they feel bad for Goldilocks. Oh, some of you don't agree with that joke? You've been day drinking all day, you don't agree white privilege exists? Okay, no, you're right. I like you guys. We're going to have fun this evening, okay? I like wearing Champion brand socks because my feet should know how disappointing the rest of my body is. You know what I mean? I know I'm horribly unhealthy because I go to Denny's. That's it. That's the end of that joke, guys. Not only do I go to Denny's sober, willingly, and during the day. All right, guys? You got serious problems when that's your life. If it's 3 in the morning, go to Denny's. Nothing else is open. You're fine. But when it's the middle of the day and your mind's like, a grass flower sounds great right now. It's my inner child talking, by the way. I was at a Denny's once, and it was on a Sunday morning because I live my jokes. And on the TV, they had an infomercial for a workout program. And I called the waiter aside. I'm like, hey, man, that's ruining my appetite. Let's get that out of here. And he gave me a look like, of course. It's Denny's. We're America's diner. But don't fuck with Denny's, guys, because the table behind me a few nights ago were complaining about their meal. The gall to complain about your meal at a Denny's, ladies and gentlemen. If I was that manager, I would have been like, well, I've heard what you said, and I'd love to remind you, the sign on the door says Denny's. And we make food for idiots and drunk people. But most importantly, the standards that we have in our kitchen is just as high as your self-esteem. Some of you, you don't go to Denny's as much as I do. Your self-esteem is nowhere low as mine is. You pieces of shit. You're probably doing Denny's wrong like I've seen from time to time. Some people get Denny's to go. No, that's not how you do it. You need the ambiance. You need that low lighting. The waitress that just smoked 90 cigarettes like, what are you having? You need that. If you want to go home and eat food and be sad, get Taco Bell. Be an adult, you know? Don't be a child. I know I eat too much fast food because last time I went, they double bagged my order. before I said what I wanted to eat that day? A couple of guys like that, handful of guys like, man, I don't know about that one. That's okay, happens, not all jokes are gonna hit. But a few weeks ago, I was driving home from a show and a cop pulled me over. A cop's like, what are you doing out so late? And I told him, oh, I'm a comedian, driving home from a show. He goes, oh, you're a comedian, huh? Tell me a joke. So I told him that last joke. So regardless of what everyone here thinks, that's a $150 joke, guys, okay? It's paid off in dividends. I like going to concerts a lot. I think they're fantastic. I think we can all agree the best concerts have confetti. Love confetti. I don't know why we all don't talk about confetti more often. It's fantastic. I love confetti because confetti's trash that for a moment believes in itself. When confetti's in the sky, you think magic could be real. And then the moment it touches the ground, you're like, who made this mess? What's going on? We didn't even make it into a plane before we threw it. This is why China's winning. We're watching trash from the sky fall. I also love confetti, guys, because, like, if I did this right now, some of you expected confetti. I'm not walking around with confetti, all right? Also, kudos to the guy who was like, hey, you see this bucket of strips of paper? Yeah, what about it? We're gonna be rich. That's what's up, buddy. That's what's up. I'm also a huge fan of food courts. Love food courts. I think when it comes to courts, they're the best. Better than tennis, basketball, or justice. Food courts, clearly killing it. I like food courts because as a concept, they're a lot like socialism because they promise that everyone's gonna get exactly what they want, but no one's gonna be happy about what they get. IKEA is a lot like communism because supposedly on paper it worked, but it's missing a lot of parts. They're not all there. A lot of communism fans? Okay, all right, cool, I get it. I'll cut out the communism material on up. At a food court, you're not even paying for the food, you're not paying for the ambiance, you're just paying to see how surprisingly disappointed you're gonna be with your meal. That's it. I had no idea I could pay $11 for a soggy slice of pizza and a Caesar salad that should be called a Brutus salad because I feel betrayed. Et tu crouton. If you're not laughing at et tu crouton, you're not having fun with your life, okay? Let's stop bread on bread crime. There's so much there. Enjoy your life, have fun. Don't be worried about things. Just try to live your life the way you want to. And if people are pieces of shit to you, don't be a piece of shit back. Put goodness into the world, you know? Not all of it's gonna be funny. Some of it might be uplifting. That's okay too. Just know that I'm here for you. I'm your friend. I'm your guy, all right? I'm a huge fan of the band Outkast. I love Outkast a lot. I like to think when the band Outkast goes on tour and they play the song Hey Ya, and they get to the part of the song where they go, what's cooler than being cool? And the audience yells, ice cold. That one guy in the audience every night just yells, 0 Kelvin. You hear that laugh right there? That's a private school laugh. You hear that? Memorize it, okay? It's a laugh that said I had sweater money growing up. I did find the most romantic rap lyric recently. I don't know about you guys, but I think the most romantic rap lyric is by the rapper Notorious B.I.G., and it's in the song Me and My Bitch. Hear me out, okay? The lyric in question is, when I first met you, I thought you was a trick. You look so fine, I'd suck on your daddy's dick. That's love, okay, guys? I've never seen a woman so tender. I was like, oh my God. What's her dad's name? Mr. Johnson? Yeah, that makes sense. That, ooh, okay, all right. I know what I wouldn't do for love. Probably that. Probably that, guys. I'm gonna say a sentence, and if you know the rest of the sentence, complete it with me, okay? Here we go. Sleep Country, USA. Does nobody know the rest of that jingle? Is that something we don't know down here? Good, good. This is what I need to know. The rest of that jingle, and if you do know it, but you held out on me, fuck you for life, by the way. The rest of the jingle is Sleep Country, USA. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? Ding! That's like from my childhood. That's something I love, guys. If somebody here said that, I would genuinely give them maybe $1,000 to $10,000. None of you did it, so I don't have to do that. So it worked out in my favor. Here's my problem, though. Sleep Country's new thing is they've changed to Sleep Train, and the slogan is a ticket to a better night's sleep. What the fuck, Sleep Country? What happened there? Who ruined this? You know what? You guys don't know this brand. This isn't relating to you guys. You're just genuine. You guys know Nike's slogan, just have fun and do good things? You don't know it? I don't know what that voice was. Why did I? I'll do a joke you guys understand. I'll move on, guys. I will move on. Like Tom mentioned, I moved to New York, and when I was in New York, the first month I was there, I realized I had a new turn on. My new turn on, I saw these 3 gorgeous women, and they had one thing in common. All 3 of them had eye patches. Like, I don't have a pirate fetish. Like, it's not like if she had like a bird on her shoulder, a peg leg, and a gold tooth, I would have been into it. But she did have a nice booty. That hurts me more than does you. But I think what I realized is that the reason I'm so into girls with eye patches, because it's not a pirate fetish, I think the only reason is because women with both eyes have been rejecting me my entire life. And a woman with no depth perception seems more my speed, you know what I mean? Also, she can't tell how shallow I am. One shallow laugh in the back, and you know what? That's all I need. That's all I need. So then I went back home to Seattle to do some shows, and I was at home. I was tweeting about loving eye patches and shit, loving my life. And at my parents' house, on one of the tables, they had an eye patch, and I'm like, Pops, what's going on? You like interviewing women for arranged marriages, checking out prospects? What's going on here? And my dad goes, oh, well, you know, I've got one good eye, one bad eye. Well, doctor says that if I don't cover up the good eye for like 30 minutes a night, then the bad eye's gonna go. And you never want your cool new turn on to just only remind you of your dad's mortality. That's never a thing you've wanted in your life. Now, basically, it's like, oh, man, damn, check out that girl. She's thick. Oh, I should probably give my dad his insulin. Oh, that's, oh, God. Damn, check out that girl's hair, looking fine. Oh, man, my mom's hair looked great before the diagnosis. Oh, God. You know what? That joke's too dark for everyone. That's okay. All right. We'll do some sillier things. All right, I'll do something very silly right now. If a fire alarm goes off at a rave, does anyone care? I don't mean the patrons, I mean the fire department. Like, who gives a shit, you know? Got you back on the silly train, okay? Not that sleep train, though. Fuck that shit. I don't like when people compare two things and they say, like, I'm comparing apples versus oranges, because even though oranges have been my favorite fruit of all time, apples have been murdering since day one, okay? Even everything from the Bible has an apple to Isaac Newton figuring out gravity, even Apple computers, even the term, hey, check out dem apples, is check out this amazing thing. And what do oranges have? Well, it's the same name for the color and the fruit. That's pretty cool. We like that. Nothing rhymes with it. We're pretty proud of that, too. Oh, my nephew wrote a pretty good knock-knock joke, mostly about bananas, but there's an orange thrown in as well, you know. Even lemons have a better phrase. Lemon's phrase is when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And it does beg the question, how many lemons did humans eat before we realized, oh, all of these are sour? Like, at what point did we put that together? Listen, guys, my jokes, they might not be topical, but at least they're tropical, you know? Not worth it sometimes. I understand. Do one more thing, get out of here. I was talking to this girl in New York, and she had short hair, and she was brunette. Yeah, I talk to women sometimes, and I hate that laugh, but it's there. And it's there every time. And I was talking to her, and she's like, oh, you know me, I'm just your atypical Jap. And I'm like, did you just say Jap? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you Japanese? And she was like, no. And then I was like confused, and she was like, oh, sorry. You're thinking of the old version, Jewish American princess. It's more of a colloquialism on the East Coast. And for a second, I thought I was wrong, but no, you can't just do that. I can't be like, oh, you know me, you're atypical fag, fashionable and gregarious. That's not a thing. Also, if you're saying Jewish American princess so often in your life, you have to shorten it to a racial epithet against Japanese people, you're not being a Jap, you're being a cunt, all right, guys? And I don't mean a Canadian utopia that's never been traveled. I mean a clearly uneducated New York trash. I'm Yogi Polywall. You've been fantastic. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yogi Polywall. Let's hear it for him. Come on. Seattle's finest. And he's New York's newest. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to bring up your next comedian. And I think you will be too. He's about to be taping with Comedy Central. He's about to be writing for Family Guy. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Kabir Singh.